Hello world and welcome to the Dubai Business Show. My name is Mercy Paula. This is a show where we gather both entrepreneurs and founders from different areas where they tell us what they're doing, how they got here, and what opportunities they have in their enterprises. Today with me on the studio is Karmin Habibi, who is the founder of the Savvi Closer. Hello Karmin.
Hey Paula.
How are you?
I'm fabulous. I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. It's so lovely to have you on the show today. Welcome to Dubai. How is business? How is Dubai? And how is life?
Well, that's business life. I think Dubai, living in Dubai now since January has been definitely an adventure. So this is the place for growth-minded people. I've lived in the UK before. So coming here, I really wanted to surround myself around like-minded people, and I'm very entrepreneurial business, and this is the best place to be. So I'm so grateful to be in Dubai.
Awesome. So what inspired you to the world of sales?
Well, like many others, I did not like sales. I actually don't know anyone who started in sales that loved sales. Now, when it comes to me, I had the same perception around sales. I thought sales is manipulating. It is, it's got this bad rap, you know. It's usually when you have a bad experience with a salesperson, you have the same perception. But I got into it by accident. My ex-boss at the time, a long time ago, he saw something special in me and he said to me, you should be in sales. And I was resisting it. But I also remembered from a very young age, even from the age of 8, 10 years, my dad had a furniture shop and he made me sell furniture at the age of 8 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, in Germany at the time. So from a very young age, I was doing sales without knowing I was doing sales. But later on, I realized when I started this job where my boss saw something in me, he challenged me. He said, you should be doing sales. And I was resisting it. But then I gave it an opportunity. And what I realized very quickly, because I believed in the product that I was selling, it wasn't selling, I was serving. I had a very different perspective around sales. And very quickly I realized as well the money that came with it. I'm like, okay, I can buy nicer shoes. I can, it's the commission. So that was my entry journey. But like anyone else, I did not like sales at the beginning because who likes to get rejections, right?
Nobody, trust me. And also a quick question, when you were earning the money from a small young age, you were just 8 years old, is there any rejection that you faced or any clients that you were like, yeah, I made a good deal, like both sides?
I wasn't earning money from my dad. I was helping out in the family business. So I think my dad was just training me to be a better communicator with other people. And he just challenged me and said, okay, those people want to see this table, go show them the table. And so this is my definition around sales for your audience, because I believe even if you're not a sales professional working as a sales rep in a company, everybody must master the art and skill set of sales, because selling is, if you are really passionate about your product, your service and your message, the only way for you to influence other people to make a buying decision is by learning the art of sales. If you don't believe in your product and service, then you don't have to sell. Then you're very comfortable of not sharing it with other people and asking them to make a buying decision. Now, where a lot of people have this challenge is because selling exposes you as a person to face challenges like rejections, right? When you are asking for a sale, like make people to make a buying decision, give their credit card, you're ultimately faced with, you know, they can say no, which is a rejection. And the question is, how do you respond to the no? So this is the beauty in sales. It makes you a better person to learn how to respond to rejection and to fear.
Sounds fantastic. So how did the idea of Savvi Closer come, and what gap were you looking to fill in the market?
So Savvi Closer comes from my 14 years of experience.
Oh, amazing.
Yes. It's working in every industry, like a lot of industries, B2B, B2C, all sorts of products and services. So I thought, how can I package everything I know about sales and make it simple, give people the ultimate confidence in communicating their products and services with clarity so people can make a buying decision. Now, Savvi, there's a lot of sales training programs out there. What differentiates Savvi Closer is that what we focus on is the certainty. So the person with the highest certainty always closes the deal. Certainty is confidence. And where I focus on teaching is not just giving sales scripts or objection handlings, which you get, but you get the certainty, the foundations of how to build that confidence. Because did you know, Paula, actually, that people make a buying decision in less than 7 seconds without, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Even if you observe your own way of how you buy.
That's true, yeah.
So without you even opening your mouth, people already made a decision whether they're going to buy from you or not. And that decision that they make is they're buying not just the product and service, they're buying your certainty in that product and service. And that is what I teach.
Oh, fantastic. So with over 14 years of experience in B2B and B2C sales, what has been the most pivotal turning point for you?
Wow, there were many, but I remember one of the most challenging jobs that I ever did was street fundraising. So it was basically door-to-door street fundraising, asking people in the UK for £1 for charity, raising funds. And that was really challenging because I was exposed directly with the public eye, and I'm the person that everybody in a shop, for example, wants to avoid because I will ask them to donate. So it was a very humbling experience. And yeah, that facing hundreds of rejections a day and approaching every single person with that same energy and passion and saying the same script over and over again without getting tired, that has taught me the skill set of what it takes, the passion that it takes to have the momentum in sales. So even though it was my most challenging job, I was always the top performer there. I was helping other people to do the same, but it was the one that built my character the most.
Oh, fantastic.
So, I really appreciate that time. That was great. Yeah.
I'm glad you shared that because it takes me back to when you were a child. So what's a belief that you had in your childhood, and now that you're all grown, you've had a lot of experience, what's a belief that you had in your childhood, and now that you're mature, it has changed?
We're here in Dubai right now, right? Dubai is a place where its majority of people are expats. They're coming from other countries.
Yeah, sure.
And I was born in Sudan. I left Sudan when I was 3 years old. I grew up in Germany. I grew up in the UK. I never fitted in anywhere. So I had always confidence issues. I had a lot of insecurities because I didn't fit in anywhere. So coming to Dubai actually is the first time where I feel like, oh, I'm fitting in. Everybody is like me.
Nice.
But the reason why I'm sharing this is because I believe your biggest mess can be your message. So the fact that I'm now teaching confidence through the tool of sales comes from this, because I couldn't place my confidence in things. And like in the country I was born in my title, my work, if I place my confidence in those things or material things, they're very weak. So I had to build my confidence through other things. Number one, God. Having my faith is my number one. This is where my confidence comes from.
Amazing.
And the other thing is building my skill set, which comes in sales. Learning and mastering the art of selling is what builds confidence, having the knowledge and applying that knowledge as well. So I would say God has used my insecurity and the thing that I've struggled with the most, and he turned it into my strengths to now help others become more confident.
Fantastic. So you've shared to me about the process that you had to go through, and what exactly pulled you back in? Like, what exactly pulled you back in and you were like, no, I want this and I gotta do this and I gotta go for it as a Savvi Closer?
Yes, absolutely. So 2019, I had a very successful confidence coaching business. I was running sold-out retreats, workshops, having women flying from all around the world, hosted beautiful retreats in Spain, in villas, and I was constantly speaking on stage globally. And I was, even with high influential people, as the only female speaker on stage. Amazing. And at the time, at the top of my game, I got into a relationship that wasn't so good to me. And after that, I realized that I wasn't as confident as I thought I was. So my confidence, I started to get insecure again. And I realized that I idolized this relationship. So I took a step back from my business because I always wanted to be the coach that is from integrity. I don't want to be coaching someone on something when I don't feel it and I don't have it. And at the time, even my clients were getting amazing results. Until today, they keep asking me, can you please bring this course back? But because I didn't feel like I'm in integrity, teaching confidence when at the time I didn't feel confident, I left my business. And then I took some time to reflect, to think, what is the thing that can help me build my confidence again? Which comes back to building my relationship with God again, finding my identity in God and faith, number one. And then I said, okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to step down from my very successful business and I'm going to go into sales jobs again. I'm going to pick the hardest sales jobs, the most boring one, and prove to myself that I can do it again. I can go into the trenches again and I can do it. So this is where I picked up this fundraising job. It was commission-only jobs that I did. So if I don't sell, I don't eat. And I said, okay, if I can prove myself that I can be successful there, and not just myself, but train other people to duplicate my success, then I'm going to have the confidence to go back in my business. So I did that. I went to first the fundraising job. Within a couple of weeks, I was the top performer there.
Amazing.
I created a team.
Good girl.
Yes. And then with 6 months, I won awards constantly. I generated over 250,000 pounds in 5 months there.
Wow.
So at the top of my game, left that fundraising job. And then I asked myself again, I didn't feel confident enough to start my business again. So I asked myself, okay, what is the next most boring job I can do in sales? And I went to insurance. So I apologize to anyone that works in insurance, but for me, insurance is very boring. So I said to myself,
accepted.
Right?
Yeah.
I said, if I can be successful in selling insurance, then I'm going to have the confidence to go back out again. Same thing happened. Within 3 months, I was one of the top performers selling insurance. And then every time I'm at the top, I get bored and I leave. So after 6 months, I left that job as well. And I said, okay, I'm going to give it one more try until I start my business again. That last try was, I was working for a very big energy firm in the UK, corporate style. Same thing happened. I didn't really understand even the product that I was selling. That's when I knew that anybody and everybody can learn and master the art of sales.
True.
You don't even need to know the product fully. If you have the skill set, you can sell anything as long as it's ethical. So after that experience, God pushed me out. He's like, enough, you've proven yourself enough. Now get out there. I want you to go back and teach other people how to sell. So that's where Savvi Closer was born last year, August. I went to Barcelona first. I built my business in Barcelona, went to Lisbon, created a community there, created clients there. I went to Morocco, and now we're here in Dubai.
So if you could describe your journey in one sentence, what would it be?
I would actually say you don't have to be confident to start. You have to start to be confident.
You don't have to be confident to start. You have to start to be confident.
That's right.
How do you define a Savvi Closer, and how does your method go just beyond hitting quarters? Because you said that each time you hit like the top of the sales, you leave. You get to the top, you leave. So how does your method train people and go beyond the bottom?
That's right. So there's 3 types of people, and I had to become the 3rd type. So I'm going to share with you the 3 types of people.
Fantastic.
There's the seeker. The seeker is the one that is like seeking for the truth. They're seeking validation from other people, and they're not fully committed to anything. And then there's the dabbler. The dabbler is like they're half committed but not all in. They're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And then there's the 3rd type of person, which is the closer. The closer is the one that made the decision that they have a clear vision, they have a clear goal, and they're going all in, they're committing. So I believe if I'm able to close myself, before I close myself first, I commit first, I decide first, before I make anyone else make a buying decision. I have to buy into me first. So this is what I'm teaching the Savvi Closer, is stepping from the dabbler, the seeker, from the half committed to going all in, and that's when you see the results. So closing yourself first before you close anyone else, gain the confidence first, and then step out, you can transfer that confidence and certainty to others.
Fantastic. And also in regards to this, what is the most common mistakes that you see in people or in businesses when they come to you for advice?
So a lot of people are very passionate about their product and service, and they can tell you all the benefits and all the good things about what they do.
Yeah.
And they think by them sharing everything about the product and service, people are going to make a buying decision. The matter of fact is that it's not the one that talks the most, but the most professional salespeople are the ones that talk least. They are the ones that ask the best questions. So it is having clarity on your ideal client, who is your ideal client, and asking the right questions to qualify if they are the ideal client, and if yes, then it's your responsibility to make sure that you ask them more qualifying questions to help them make a buying decision. So the biggest mistake that I see people do is oversharing, not asking enough questions and not asking the right qualifying questions. And second, believe it or not, they share everything and then not ask for the sale.
Oh.
So they assume. So they don't ask, they assume. If you assume people gonna buy without you asking, they won't. So you need to ask the buying question.
Fantastic. And on that, how does your method, the Savvi Closer, help companies to make sales and also to retain the revenue?
Yeah, so I have a 3-step system when I work with clients, which is the first one is auditing. So before we set goals and know this is where we're going, we need to know where we are right now. What is working, what is not. So usually in certain companies, the biggest challenge that they're facing is not hiring the right people. And when they hire the right people, when they hire the right people, they don't know how to train them. And sales is one of those industries that's got the highest turnover. People leave because of not being well equipped and they don't have the right training. So I would say auditing first, see where you are before you see where you're going, and then establish the goal, where are you heading, and then have a second part is have a clear strategy of how to get there. So I'll help them with the strategy. And then the last thing is implementation. So usually what I've seen with companies that I work for, we help them increase from 10% closing rate up to 60-70% closing rate, simply by making those little tweaks of hiring the right people, having the right training, and having the right strategy, scripts, objection handling in place.
Fantastic. So thank you so much for sharing that, Karmin. And how do you build your sales strategy? I know you've worked in very many sectors. How do you build the Savvi Closer to be able to fit different types of companies and in different sectors?
You know, Paula, this is so interesting because I've worked in B2B, B2C. I've seen the big CEOs, big companies, small startup companies, and what brings sales together, no matter what size of company it is humanizing the process in sales, no matter which company I work for. So it is, at the end of the day, bringing it back to humanizing it, because when you're communicating with people, you're communicating with another human, even if they're at a high level or not. It's having the certainty to communicate, the clarity to communicate. And that is more where I focus on, because I give people scripts, I give people objection handling, how to turn a maybe into a yes, a no into a yes. There's a 3-step system, all this juice I can give you. But if you don't have the certainty and conviction and communicate it, because it's not just what you say, it is how you say what you say.
Okay, and what's one unconventional sales tip that you wish more people knew?
Well, I say humanize it, bring humor in. You know, before you go straight into the pitch, build rapport first. It depends, of course, the context, because if you have a shorter period of time with people, if it's like a cold call, you don't have a lot of rapport building. But I would also say break the ice with your humor. Say something completely. I heard another guy who's doing like cold calls. He's really great at the space, and when he does his cold calls, he makes himself memorable, and he says this, and I adapted this in my own sales process. Which this is why I'm sharing it. So he says, "Hey, I'm about to send you an email, but I'm sure you're getting a lot of emails. Quick question: what's your favorite topic on a pizza?" And the guy says pineapple. Okay, so I'm gonna put the header pineapple on the email so you won't forget me. So make yourself memorable, you know, not just the boring sales script like everybody else. It's like, or like just be human. Hey, look, I'm just calling you. I know you're receiving 100 of those calls, but I know this is going to be worthwhile for you because you're not, like, just make it fun.
Yeah.
You know, keep the person engaged.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for staying with us. My name is Mercy Paula. This is the Dubai Business Show with Karmin, and as she said, put it more humor. So on this next segment, we're going to have some more fun. So Karmin, if sales were a sport, which sport would it be and why?
Woo! Oh, girl. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. It never stops. It's never ending. Every day, just keep it going, keep the momentum.
Is it the sprint or marathon? Are you sure? Which one is it?
It's a marathon. It's a long game. You never, it's just a long game, momentum. You have to keep the pace and sometimes sprint in your marathon.
Okay, fantastic. So what's the most hilarious objection you've heard from someone? Like they're telling you no, but it's so funny. You're like...
I did have a guy who said to me that his dog ate his credit card. So yeah, that was a good one.
Would you rather close $1 million deal with no preparation or train someone else to do it within a month? Which one would you do?
I'm a closer. I'm closing.
You're closing? It sounds fantastic. What's a non-business skill or hobby that you secretly have and people don't know about it?
Well, I am scared of heights, but I still go hiking. I love hiking. So I go to Barcelona, I go to different places in Europe, and I do a lot of hiking.
Fantastic. And if your life was a movie, which movie would it be?
Girl, I actually wrote a book about it, but I haven't published it yet.
Come
on. A whole book, 165 pages. My life would be called Pray, Play, Slay.
Ooh.
Every day I play, every day I pray, and every day I get into the game, and I'm here to win.
It.
Yes.
That's my girl. What's your go-to pump sales song? Like you wake up in the morning and you're like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Or what do you do when you wake up in the morning?
I would love to say I've got this amazing Ashton Hall routine every day. I don't. But my day is a good day when I started with gratitude. My day is a good day when I give thanks to God and I move my body a little bit with walking. I walk in the morning. So gratitude walks, prayer walks. And just get the process of getting ready, putting some worship songs on, and just giving, I call God Papa G, just giving Papa G all glory and setting my day with him. Just taking it day by day. I realized like if I have like a big week plan, it doesn't work. I have a vision of the week, and then I said take it day by day. I prepare the night before, and then I get the day rolling.
Fantastic. And if Savvi Closer was a reality show, let's say for kids or for teenagers, what would be the first challenge? Outdoorsy.
Oh, you know what? I actually do this. I do have challenges for my clients. So not even kids. I do ask them to go out and get 10 rejections a day. One of them is to go to coffee shops and ask the waiter to give a free coffee just to get the rejection, not to get the coffee.
Oh my God.
They have to collect rejections. Yeah. And I challenge my clients as well, if they don't do what they said they're going to do, to... I'm a real coach when it comes. I'm very soft and nice, but when it comes to coaching, we're here for business. So I ask them to pay a certain amount to charity if they don't do what they said they're going to do.
Oh my goodness! I think I should try the coffee shop thing. I should definitely
go for the rejection. Because what it teaches you is how you respond to rejection. Usually our body is like, you have the biggest resistance. But if you just ask and learn how to ask and learn how to respond, that's when you master sales.
Wow. And that's how you know that she's a Savvi Closer. Okay, back to business. So what does power mean to you today? And how has that changed your growth in sales?
Power? What do you mean by power?
What is power to you? Is it being a leader in government? Is it being a president? Is it freedom? What is power to you? In this world where Dubai is very diverse, there's so many powerful people that are living here, so many companies, so many businesses. What does power mean to you?
Well, if you would have asked me a couple of years ago, I would have said to you, having a certain status, having a certain influence, having certain things, then that would be power for me a couple of years ago. But where I am right now, I'm working in a very male-dominated, which is actually now balancing out a lot of females stepping into sales. And for me, power, I would say freedom. It's freedom to be who I am, to express fully who I am without any restrictions, to do what I want, with whom I want, whenever I want. And especially because I'm a person of faith, so working with people that are aligned with my values is very important. Being aligned myself with my values, and just having the freedom to express my faith and express who I am.
So have you ever had to walk away from a deal that just
tons.
didn't align with your values, and you were like, this one, no?
Tons. I didn't had to. I was presented with some people's dream opportunities and contracts placed in front of me. And I had to walk out simply because it wasn't aligned with my faith. I'd rather go the long route, the harder route, and I know I can go to bed, I've got peace in my heart, than doing it the quick way, getting the quick money, and I can't sleep at night. So, yeah.
That's fantastic. So what legacy do you want Savvi Closer to leave in the world?
I would love that this energy of certainty is transferred. It's not because I look at me, I'm the most confident person, but it's look at me, God has used someone who was so insecure and not confident at all. And he's turned my mess into a message. You can do the same. So if you want to write that book, if you want to sell your product, your service, if you want to build that business, want to become that entrepreneur, I hope my life is a testimony for you that you can do it, and that I'm not nobody special, but we're all children of God, and you've got the same access that I have too.
Okay, and what's one belief or mindset, you as Karmin, as a Savvi Closer, what's the one belief or mindset that you're like, this is non-negotiable for me?
Honesty. I lead with honesty. So the way I do business when I do sales, if people ask me, you're here to sell me something, I'll say, yes, of course I'm here to sell you something. So, and usually they laugh because I'm not trying to hide it. So it's leading with, a lot of people have this misconception about sales, that it's a lot of deception and lying. So I want to bring a good image to sales, that you can lead your sales conversation with honesty, and that's actually going to get you more sales, because people buy into loyalty and into honesty, and they can feel it. So, yeah.
Okay, and what's a lesson that you learned the hard way, but now you deeply cherish it and you're just glad that it happened because it taught you or it shaped you somehow?
Well, I go back to God. I know I speak, I find it really challenging to speak about business or sales without including faith.
Actually,
or the spiritual aspect.
God is everything.
Yes, so I say like having that relationship, people say have the relationship with yourself, but having a relationship with yourself means having a relationship with God.
Yeah,
and
true.
the spiritual sense. So what I've learned, the more I expand my energy outside of me and I'm dependent, for example, on people. So in sales, it's an emotional, master your emotions, because you can't be bothered if I get a sale or not. I can't get too excited if I have a sale. I can't get too sad if I don't get a rejection. I have to be very neutral.
Yeah.
Because it's mastering your emotional intelligence, and that comes from having a personal relationship with God, with yourself as well, and knowing your identity is not by the outcome. It's just let me rephrase it. Actually, I really want to make sure that people get this, because a lot of times we put our confidence in what we do, right? But I don't put my confidence in what I do. I always have the saying, I do my best. If there's I have to do my best. God has placed me here to, if I need to learn the skill set of sales, I'm going to do this. If I need to get out there and contact several people, I will do this. Whatever I need to do, I'll do my best. And then I let God do the rest.
Awesome.
And if I don't get the outcome, I know I've done my best. So my confidence won't be shaken from that. So just do your best, but then let God do the rest. And there's this slight fine line in sales as well, where you surrender. You have to let go. You have to detach. You have to detach from the outcome. You may have presented your script so perfectly, but then you have to detach, because if you have a little bit of desperation, people can feel it. So detach from the outcome and it will come back to you. It may not come from the same source, but it will come back.
Actually, I love that. I love that. Interesting. If you could have coffee today, now that I'm going to do the coffee thing, if you could have coffee with 80-year-old Karmin today,
I'll be still doing what I'm doing today, I think.
What question would you ask her?
Girl, did you have fun in the journey? That's the first question. Did you share your faith with other people? Did you encourage people? Did you... I think I'm more like a people person, so I'm a community person. So I was like, did you take care of the people that were with you? Did you celebrate the people that were with you? Did you... I'd say, did you create great memories and experiences that are lasting? So that would be, it's all people focused, it's all community focused, and did I encourage others? Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So thank you so much for sharing with us, Karmin. So as we're going to a close now, I'd like to know, looking back on your journey, how you've worked in 14 years. I know you've worked with very profound people like Robert Kiyosaki. You've worked in B2B, B2C. You've worked in so many places. What are you most proud of in your journey?
To be honest, okay, this is very interesting because all of those achievements, this is not what I'm most proud of.
Oh, wow.
What I'm most proud of is the person that I'm becoming, the person that is responding to challenges better, the person that is... It's more the person I'm becoming, because I always used to say about myself, I'm an impatient person. And a lot of times I'm still impatient because I believe as entrepreneurs, we want results and we want them fast.
Yeah.
So it is me becoming... Who am I becoming in the process? Am I becoming a kinder person? The more successful, my goal, the more successful I become, I pray to God to keep me more humble. The more successful I become, I pray to God that He helps me, gives me the capacity to serve more. So it's who I'm becoming in the process, not the achievements, the awards, the things. So, yeah.
Thank you very much for that, Karmin. I also want to find out from you, except growth in revenue for businesses and also for your clients, what else, what kind of transformation do you wish your clients go through you when they go through Savvi Closer, your sales strategy with you?
So the biggest transformation that they go through is their confidence. Now, a lot of my clients in the past, when I was having my confidence coaching only, they were already getting results in their business, making 4 figures, 6 figures that they didn't have before. So now as well, when I'm coaching businesses, they are increasing their closing rate 60%, 70%, coming from 10%. Oh. So it's a very, and it's amazing results. But the biggest, how do you get those results is through certainty. It's what they're getting, the confidence, is that they're not making just these numbers or they're having just business success, but they're having success in their personal life as well. As a result, they are able to have better relationships with their partners. As a result, they're able to have better communication with their kids. So I did this retreat, and one of the guys who, the husband of the wife that came to my retreat, he came to me and he said, I don't know what you did with my wife, but she came back so sexy, so full of energy, so passionate. So it's your whole energy is transforming as a result of you becoming more confident. So it's not going to only just benefit you in business, but it's also benefiting you in your personal life. If you have more certainty, you will be certain in every area in your life. So
fantastic. Yeah. So for all businesses in Dubai, kindly reach out to my friend Karmin Habibi. She's a Savvi Closer. If you're looking to make sales in your business, if you're a startup or already you're an established business in Dubai, you're looking to grow your revenue for you or for your clients, kindly reach out to Karmin Habibi, the Savvi Closer. Also, you can reach out to me and I can put you in touch with Karmin Habibi. Thank you. So what's next for you, Karmin? What's on the horizon? Any dreams of expansions? What's next for you?
I have some personal goals. I won't share them here, but my business goals is establishing myself here in Dubai. This is within a very short period of time. I've had some amazing opportunities presented to me here. So it's qualifying what the right opportunities are here, get more speaking engagements here, build more community here, and just from Dubai, continue to expand globally. So want to put my foot down in Dubai, and then from there, we take it to the world.
Fantastic. And what do you want your clients to feel or to think when they hear Karmin Habibi?
I would love my clients to feel confident and encouraged. Yeah, I would love them to feel that I'm not like somebody they should idolize and wow, look at her. I'm just someone like them, and that they feel I'm a testimony that what is possible for me is possible for them, and they feel more encouraged.
Oh, fantastic. And what is the one quote that you live by?
The one quote
that you live by?
Well, I live by pray, play, slay. Every day we gotta pray, play, and slay.
Fantastic.
I'm here to win the game.
And how do you want people to feel after hearing your story, from how far you've grown, from starting, selling furniture in your father's place, yard rather, and going for the coffee rejections, training people, taking the jobs that were the hardest, getting to the top of it, trying again and again and again, and finding yourself fighting through other storms of life that we probably don't know about, and being here today, who you are as Karmin Habibi, the founder of Savvi Closer, someone who closes. And I know you're also doing amazing things in your life. So what do you want people to hear or to feel after hearing your story?
Well, I have worked in an industry as well, personal development industry, where, those big speakers, that there's thousands of people going through those personal development events. And a lot of times you can feel very inspired by talks. But my real goal and my prayer for everybody that comes across any of my content, that you're not just inspired. Because my goal is for you to take inspired actions. So inspiration alone is nothing, but if you take anything from this episode today that we did together, please let us know actually in the comments. I would love to read the comments as well. What is the one thing that you're not just inspired by, but that you're gonna take action on? So my hope is that you feel more confident to, as I mentioned, write that book if that's your calling, start that YouTube channel, close that client, ask for the sale, make those sales calls, do those cold calls. So if you feel inspired to take inspired actions, that is my ultimate goal, because that's going to get your result.
Wow, amazing, fantastic. So that's Karmin Habibi for us. And Karmin, is there any tip or any comments that you would like to leave to us as the Dubai Business Show?
I think you're doing amazing. Keep doing this. You're asking great questions. And it's been such an honor to be part of this. I just pray that this episode goes out to as many people as possible, and they take inspired actions.
Thank you. From Sudan to Germany to UK and now in Dubai. This is the Dubai Business Show. I have been your host, Mercy Paula, and today with me, Karmin Habibi. Thank you very much for your time. Remember to subscribe, share, and repost. Thank you. See you next time.